Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Apichet Sudavacharo Bhajate Mam Ananya Bhav Sadhu Reva Samantavya Samyag Bhavastito Hisa. He's saying, even if one commits, that's Sri Krishna telling Arjuna, he said, Arjuna, even if one commits the most abominable, the most heinous action, if he's engaged in devotional service to me with one pointedness, meaning without deviation, he fully entrusts his body, mind and soul to me. He has given up everything. He said, he is to be considered saintly or righteous. Why? Because he is properly situated in his determination. He has rightly resolved. He has made that resolve, that determination, that as of today, I will service only my beloved Lord. I have nothing else of this world to serve. Nothing else is of importance to me. Save and accept my beloved Sri Krishna. I want you to think of that. So, that's what I'm saying. When Sri Ram was saying, if a person comes to me totally surrendered, I make him a sadhu, a saint. It's the same thing Sri Krishna did. So when the avatars come, they don't come to mix up things. They come to continue who was there previously. Sri Ram was in that's what, sorry. Sri Ram came in the Treta Yuga, and Sri Krishna came in the other Dwapar. Two different yugas. But yet still, the teaching was just the same. So when one comes after, he comes to enhance what has gone before. The same kind of teaching. Last time I showed you the same thing that was said in both instances. So this is the nature of our dharma. And it continues to be so. So to continue what we were saying in the Chaupai, we said that there are different strands of love for mother, father, etc., etc. He continues in this Chaupai. This is what he says. Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, 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 Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram. सब गए ममता भाग बटोरी मम पद मनहि माधवरी चोरी जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम समझर सीता कछुनाई भरत शोक है नहीं मन माही राम जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम. So he continues. Sabakai mamata taga paturi mama paramanahi bandhavadori. He says, all these love are like different strands of thread. It says, which a pious soul is a noble, dignified, honorable soul, who puts this together, all these various strands, and twists it into one strong rope. Think of that. A rope is made of different strands. But if you take out one strand alone, it will be weak. But if all those strands are put together, you get this powerful rope, very strong. He says, if a devotee were to take all these various facets of love, put it together, and bind their soul to my feet, think of that love. Oh, there was a poem when I was going to school. If all the men were one man, think of what a great man that would be. And if all the trees were one tree, think of that, the nobility of that tree. But then if all these loves were one love, think of the profundity of that love. Think of that. And if you gave all that love to your beloved Lord, think of the immensity of love that you have given to Him. You have given your entire being to the divine, your heart and soul. How does the Christ put it? Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and all thy soul and all thy might. With everything at your disposal, give it to the divine. That is true love. That is bhakti. So he says, if all these are twisted together into one strong rope to bind his soul, Mama Pad. Mama Pad means my feet. Bind your soul to my feet. He says, Samadarasi ikcha kachunahi parasya sokha bhaya nahi manamani. He says, he looks upon all with an impartial eye. He doesn't judge anybody. You know, we are very judgmental. We see, and what we don't see, we talk about. What we don't know, we talk about. We spew all kind of, falsities. That is not the way to go. He sees everybody with an impartial eye. He doesn't judge anybody. And sometimes we play all this great bhakta, but we judge people. Judge not that you may not be judged. But we like to judge and make pronouncement. And they have no craving. They have no craving for nothing. And he says, Parasya sokha bhaya nahi manamani. In their heart there is neither joy, nor grief, nor fear. Joy, grief, and fear, all these are emotions based upon certain circumstances. You are joyous because everything comes your way. I get a car, I get houses and this and that, so I am joyful. If I don't have, then I am not happy. So what makes you happy? Because you had that, it made you happy. If you didn't have that, you wouldn't be happy. So something interfered with your happiness. And what is that? The car or the house. If that is your happiness, you should have taken it when you're going. Isn't that so? So we work all our lives. We expend all our energies on acquiring. And in the end, we leave it for somebody else to enjoy. There's a beautiful Swami Sankaracharya, a very beautiful verse. He says, in an early man's life, childhood, he thinks of play. And as he grows up, he thinks of women, the girls think of the boys. And as he grows older, he gets married, he has a family, he has to take care, there's so much responsibility now. And then he gets grandchildren, more responsibility. And perhaps he doesn't have a job. It brings all kinds of problems. And eventually, he passes out. and forgot completely that he came here to serve the divine. When you should have been serving the divine, you utilize all your space, all your power, all your energy in acquiring, in making, but you never gave God any time. And then when the end comes, we want, everything. But only when your mind is dear upon the Lord, it will not be ruffled in the end. It will not be ruffled. So we have to think of what we want or what is best for us. So he continues in Tawbah. So I have just one more Tawbah and the Doha to complete tonight's message. Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram As Sajanam Gur Bas Kaise Lobh Deva Dhanu Jaise Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Tumhara Asa sajan mama uda basakai se loba hridai basai dhan jaise. He's saying, the saint he described just now, who puts all his energy, all his various facets of love into one and offers as an oblation at the lotus feet of the Lord. He's saying, such a saint, he regards him as a true saint. He says such a saint, as a surgeon, mama ur vasakaisi, resides in my, ur is the heart, bas ur kaisi, in my heart he resides. He says, such a saint abides in my heart. How? Lob hriday basai dhanvijaise. Just as riches in the heart of a covetous man. A covetous man is one who, a lobi is a greedy person. When somebody is greedy for wealth, he does anything for wealth. He will get rid of his parents for a little bit of wealth. And we see today these people, they beat and kill their grandparents to get a little pension. That is a lobi, a greedy person. So he says, just as greed resides in the heart of such a person, of such a lobi, he says, such saints will abide in my heart. With that same passion that you have for acquiring wealth, he says, I have that passion for my devotees, to dwell with me. So you have a special place in the heart of the divine when you exhibit these types of qualities. He says, Tumasari ke santa priyamori dharo dehanani anani hori. He's saying, only saints of your type, Vibhishan. Only saints of your type. So he puts Vibhishan in a pedestal far beyond many of those great devotees. Because he's making it abundantly clear, quite categorically, he's saying that only saints of your type, Vibhishan, are dear to me. You win a place in my heart. And it says, Dharo dehanai anani hori, tumasari ke santa priyamori. He says, it is for the sake of none else do I take a mortal form, meaning to incarnate. It is for souls like you that I incarnate, I come into the precincts of the general public of human beings. For saints like you. So even last night in last night lesson, you saw how great and profound the saint was. How much love the Lord has for the saints. Because he was asked, tell me about the saints. You have talked about so much. You have praised them. What are those qualities that define the saint? Here again, Ram is defining that. And who is the recipient of those qualities? Vibhishan, the God of love. So even in a home where you have many children, people gravitate to different things. You might have a scholarly person, a very weak person, a healthy person, on all type of things. People gravitate to different type of things. So he says, it is for saints like you that I will devote myself. And in Doha, Tulsidas sings, I have been blessed from them. Sagun, you have two forms of divine. You have the Sagun root and the Nirgun root. Sagun is a man form like Shiva. The Nirgun root, Nir means without form. That is the spirit form of the divine. So he says, Ram is saying, Sagun upasaka parhit nirat niti dhani. Those men who worship my personal form, he says, and devote themselves to doing good to others. And devote themselves to doing good to others. So he's telling you, there is need for you to do good to others. Don't be a selfish person. So he says, those who worship my personal form and take a delight in doing good to others, who firmly tread the path of righteousness. In each of the lines you have to understand, he's giving a lesson. First he says, those who worship my personal form, he worships him, and devote themselves to doing good, he comes and says, and who firmly tread the path of righteousness. Live a righteous, a noble, a dignified, an honorable life. He says, and tena prana samana mama jeta ke bija padapre, and who are dear to me as my own life. He says, who firmly tread the path of righteousness, and they are steadfast in their vow, and love the feet of the Brahmans. Last night I told you the Brahman. Vikamaka mentioned that. Why he's making reference to the Brahman? The Brahman is that person who lives those principles as I enunciated last night. Because they are the teachers. They are the ones who carry on the work and cause you to become closer to the divine. That should be their primary purpose. To teach you, to cause you to become closer to the divine. That is the person. He says, those who love the feet of this Brahman, they are dear to me as my own life, prana priya. So, in this other talk, I'm not going to tell it because I want to complete the thought process in your mind. So he says, listen, O Prince of Lanka. He calls him Prince of Lanka now. Because there is where he will eventually be. Because he knows he will get rid of Ravan. So he addresses him even beforehand. Listen, O Prince of Lanka, you possess all these virtues. You possess all these virtues that he has enunciated. And because you possess all these virtues, and that is why you are extremely dear to me. Because you possess these virtues. If you are in the companionship of any friend, family, or who expresses that kind of love, that kind of dignity and honor, you always feel close to them. Because they win a special place in your heart because of their truth, their love, their purity. On hearing the words of Rama, Rama Vachana Suni, Banar Juta. Rama Vachan means the words of Sri Ram. Suni, having heard the words of Sri Ram, Banar Juta, Banar Juta, because all those, the monkeys who were there. It says, on hearing the words of Rama, the monkey host exclaimed, glory to the all-merciful. Sakala kahi jaya kripa varuta. Sakal means all of them is saying, glory to this all-merciful Prabhu Sri Ram. Now the monkeys, people say you pray the monkeys. You know who those monkeys? Before Sri Ram came on earth, Brahma told the Devgans in the heavenly regions to take the form of monkeys and go down and be prepared to assist Sri Ram in his sojourn on earth. So those monkeys were not the monkeys that you talk about. They were the Devgans from heaven. Brahma instructed them. And why? Because Sri Ram had to go into the forest. He did most of the thing in the forest. And which creature is better to negotiate the forest successfully than the monkeys? So they take those forms. They were not born monkeys. They had the will to transform themselves into anything. So they took those forms under the instruction of God. So my dear friends, tonight's lesson we saw something special about Sri Ram, about Vibhishan. And Vibhishan won the heart of Prabhu Sri Ram because of his simplicity, because of his honesty, because of his truthfulness, because of his devotion. And he made no bones about that. He said in one of the chaupas, my Lord, prior to coming into contact with you, my mind wavered. I had other interests in art. But now that I have beheld your lotus feet, my Lord, all those wanderings have gone. They have completely disappeared. I have one purpose, and that is your lotus feet. So I hope you have enjoyed tonight's katha, as indeed it was a pleasure for me to deliver the discourse. I hope I did justice to the katha. You know, I'm not no scholar. I didn't study Ramayana. I didn't study under a guru. So I have a lot to learn. I was in a group, and the person who led that group was a great teacher for me. I learned from him. I don't know Tipkan Kamal is passed or no. Just read Ramayana. I just read Ramayana. Son. And he is the one who narrated. I got these ideas from him. I became interested in Sri Manas after listening to him. I bought the English Ramayana and I studied. So I am sort of self-taught, so I don't have all the wherewithal as a person who studied under a guru. So I don't have the full capacity. I couldn't deliver to you what I understand from the Ramayana. So I hope you have understood what I understand. And I hope I have delivered it in a way that made you understand. So I'm not different from you. I'm not better than you. I'm just like you. So I believe it's a special gift for Prabhu Sri Ram for me to be here and to deliver for you this discourse. These are the words of Prabhu Sri Ram. And by His grace, we are able to be here and to do what we are doing. I want to thank you all very much for coming. You made a special effort. Today, I mean, we had fast flood right here, a big flood by the bridge. And I was thinking, I hope that things would clear up. Because when it was 7, we just had this one family just came in, and then eventually all of you are here. So I'm happy for that. So I know the brains will keep you back. And as I said last time,